Where have you seen b squared minus 4ac before? Quadratic formula, yeah. Okay, this is not a coincidence. It is from the quadratic formula. It goes under the root in the quadratic formula. Okay, so as we're discussing things today, you need to imagine putting this thing under a square root and think about what would happen. That's where that comes from. So you've already been doing the discriminant quite a bit. When you've been doing quadratic formula, there are 4 different results, depending on what kind of thing you get for the discriminant. If my discriminant is positive, it means that I'm getting real solutions. So let's say, for example, if it's positive, it says d greater than 0 and a perfect square. So let's say, for example, under the root I have 25, and I take the square root of it. But remember, in quadratic formula, it's plus or minus. Okay, so if I take the square root of 25, what do I get? 5, but then if it's in quadratic formula, you also get negative 5, right? So you end up getting 2 answers, 2 roots. They are real, meaning that they are real numbers, normal numbers, not imaginary, and they are rational. Let's talk about that word. To be rational. I'm going to put this at the top. This only happens when when the root goes away. And it's a normal number. That's my very non-mathy way of explaining it. So when I take the square root of 25, what would I get? 5, and the root disappears, right? Okay. All right, let's say, for example, d is greater than 0, but it says not a perfect square. So something like the square root of, so if I get 30 for the discriminant, but if I were to take the square root of that, plus minus, okay, do square root of 30 in your calculator. Like square root of 25, easy, 5. To actually do it in your calculator, square root of 30 is, depending on your calculator, either some nutso decimal, something like 5 point something, right? 5.4, okay. Or it's simplifying it for you if you have a calculator that does that. Did it give you a nice, lovely number when you took the square root? Yeah. Probably not. It gave you a crazy decimal. Okay, it's a decimal that's random and does not repeat. It does not stop. It's still real. You're getting 2 things, so 2 answers, 2 real, but it's irrational. The reason for that is because it's not a perfect square. So to be irrational, it's a crazy decimal, or the root doesn't disappear. So root stays, or it's a crazy decimal, okay? Okay, there's my 2 definitions. An irrational person is someone who's crazy, okay? So if you take the square root of 30 and you're like, shoot, that's wild. Yeah, or if the root is still there, you know that it's irrational. All right, if it's equal to 0, so say my discriminant is 0 under the root, plus minus. What's the square root of 0? 0. Can you have plus or minus 0? No. So instead of having 2 answers, you get 1. Or I believe Delta Math today is fancy and says that there are 2, but they are equal. 2 equal. Because the vertex would be on the x-axis. Okay, there's one of them, and it's real and it's rational, because again, the root would kind of like disappear. And the last one is if it's a negative, so d is less than 0. So say you have like negative 25. If I try to take the square root of that, what do I get? 5. Well, plus or minus, but not 5. Because it's negative, what would you get?
Oh,
I. So that is why it's 2 non-real, or you could say imaginary. if you get an I, if it's a negative number, it would cause it to have i's. It would be positive 5i, negative 5i, so it is non-real, it's imaginary, okay? So we're just going to find the value of the discriminant. What I've been showing you with the root, that's not the discriminant. The discriminant is just a number that goes under the root. So A is 2 here, B is 12, C is negative 13, B squared minus 4AC, you've done this before. So it's 12 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 13. And as before, please use parentheses. Notice we are not doing the root, we are just doing the B squared minus 4AC. Type it in. Okay. Okay, because it would be like 144 plus a lot. Okay. I think the consent, type it in again if you didn't get that. Maybe you missed a negative. It should be 248. Okay, this is greater than 0. Is it a perfect square? If you're not sure if it's a perfect square, then you would type in your calculator square root of 248 and see what happens. If you get just a single number, then it's a perfect square. If you get a crazy decimal, it's irrational. Okay? What'd you get? It's irrational. So you get 2 answers because it's greater than 0. They are real because it's greater than 0, but they are irrational. Because this is not a perfect square. Okay? Sorry, it's kind of small. I'll zoom in. Okay, onward we go. Again, A, B, C. A is negative 1, B is 16, C is negative 64. You're doing B squared, so 16 squared, minus 4 times A, which is negative 1, times C, which is negative 64. Type it in, type it in. Make sure you use parentheses. 0. The people say 0.
How'd you get that, Art?
Okay, do you agree? 0? Okay, 0. When you get 0 and you take the square root of 0, how many things are you going to get? Well, 1. Okay? So when I have a 0 that goes under the root, then I only get 1 answer. It's real and it's rational because the root went away. Because I take square root of 0, I just get 0. Okay, next one. There's something weird about this. What's the problem? Yeah, move the 10x, not equal to 0. Some of us are struggling on this. This is the B term. Make sure you put it in the middle. Negative 4x squared minus 10x plus 84 equals 0. Now you can tell me A, B, C. So you're doing what? Negative 10 squared minus 4 times A times C. Okay, you got a lot of negatives this time. Careful. I don't know what it is. Okay. 1,000, I think it's 1,444. Okay, I'm guessing you probably don't know a lot about 1,444 other than the fact that it's greater than 0. Okay, so we know that for sure. We know it's got to be 2 real. The question is it 2 rational or 2 irrational? The only way to check that is to type in square root of 140, whatever, 1,000, that number. Square root of that in your calculator. Can't say it today. 1,444. You got exactly what when you type in square root? 38. So is it a perfect square? Yes, this is a perfect square. Since it's a perfect square, you know that the root goes away and it's going to be rational. Meaning that the fancy way to talk about rationals, it could be written as a fraction. You can't write a square root as a fraction. So the square root has to go away to be rational. 2 real, but it is rational because it's perfect square. Last one is a typo. And it should be 3x squared. I don't even know. I didn't make this. Miss Waller did. She was like, I don't know how I did that. And I don't know either. So 3x squared plus 24 is what it should be. So A is 3. What's B? 0. It's missing. C is 24. Okay, so B squared minus 4AC, 0 squared minus 4 times 3 times 24. Type it in. What is it? You type it in? Okay. Negative 288. Doesn't matter if it's a perfect square or not. It's less than 0, folks. When it's less than 0, is it a real number? No, you'll have 2 plus minus, but they will be non-real, imaginary. Because if I were to put this in a root, what kind of thing what would I get? Eyes, right? 2 eyes. And again, if it's a big number like that and you are not sure, then you should type in that square root in your calculator and see what happens. This one is perfect.